fast. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. What's going on? I did see something up here. Have you ever had a chance to play the Kurt Cobain Jag? No, I've never tried. I've never played it. It's the wrong sunburst, but I've never tried it. But I'd like to try it. I bet it's really good. Hello there. Happy Sunday to you too. Thoughts on a Job Shanty Strat? I mean, I always knew it was going to be expensive. I mean, I did a video about this ages ago now. Yeah, VR1 remake. I know. I'm looking forward to that. Remake. But yeah, John Strat. I always knew they were going to do like a Pearly King version, and then maybe do like a Mexico like road worn version that won't be quite as good. Which, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird thing, it really is. But, you know, like I say, I mean, the first time I noticed this kind of like crazy pricing thing was the Gary Moore Red Strat. They bought it out, it was £8,000. And I remember at the time thinking £8,000 for Gary Moore's kind of like replica 61 Strat is a bit mental. Considering Gary's Red Strat is a refin, which means you could get a real 61 Strat at that time for £8,000. So it didn't really make sense why you would buy a replica. I mean, unless you're a massive Gary Moore fan. But then again, you know, you can get a 61 Strat. At that time, you could for about £7-8,000, and so it refinned red. So, hey, what do I know though? I understand the pricing. I don't have to agree with it, but I do understand why things are so expensive. But yeah, did the Pearly Hondo sell? No, I've still got it. No one wants it. Bless it. Squeaky Strat. Cheers. Here's in Las Vegas. Hello. What speed cab would you recommend to pair the Angle 25 for metal? Probably something like a Black Star cab with something with scooped mids, because Black Star cabs really have really scooped mids. I don't know how they do it or what they do. Or like a Mesa Boogie cab, something like that. Marshall cab maybe, but not really. Marshalls have more kind of mid-range. Fender definitely not. Go for something like a Mesa Boogie or a Black Star. Phaser pedal, Phase 90. I mean, if you're gonna get a phase pedal, get a Phase 90. There are some other good ones. Tone City does a great phaser pedal. The Summer Orange, that's a great phaser pedal. But get the daddy, get the Phase 90 or the Phase 100. If you're a biscuit, what biscuit would you be? A crap one. What, like, I don't know. I'd be like one of those biscuits you get in like a selection box that no one really wants to eat. That's what I would be. Do you still play and play the GIF music guitars? No, they went years ago. No, I haven't got any of them anymore. They moved on to pastures new. Although I am still tempted to buy another one of their Telecasters because I really like that one, but No worries, have a good one. There'll be more, don't worry. Hello. The Fashion Week gig, that was through YouTube more than anything. The designer and the company Shangxia, he had based his entire clothing range around the John Frusciante song Before the Beginning. So his entire kind of idea revolves around that song. But the problem was, fashion shows aren't 8 minutes long, which is what the song is. They're a lot longer than that. They're about 15-20 minutes to get everyone doing what they're doing. So what he needed somebody to obviously be able to perform Before the Beginning live and be able to extend it and also react to certain things that go on, like, you know, the room changing colour, the way the models walk, quietening things down, you know, dynamic shifts. It needed that to kind of create the interest. So what he did was he went onto YouTube and he just put in John Frusciante Before the Beginning cover, and luckily I was at the top. If I wasn't at the top, it wouldn't have been me, it'd have been somebody else. So I was quite lucky in that way. So considering how many like Before the Beginning covers there are, it's quite mental. But then he contacted me for Instagram and found me on there, and that was that really. That's how I got that. Hot Rod Deluxe. No, I've never really liked Hot Rod Deluxes though. They're good amps, but you know, good clean anyway. Blues Cube Artist, I've never tried one, so I can't say sorry. Cheers, I'm glad you liked it. So let's go for walks. Do you like to ride bikes? Yes. Not in this weather though. I was very kindly gifted a bike, so yeah, I enjoy it. You did go on Ashford. Cheers. I was exhausted. I basically had like no sleep the entire time I was there. It was chaos. How did I work at Old Hat for? About a year. It wasn't very long. I was doing videos there for about a year before I started working there, and then I worked there for about a year before I got kicked out. Along with everyone else. No, it's too dark, too cold. I might stream a walk maybe one time in the summer, but not for now. Yeah, it's nice. Have you got an old hat? Nope. Well, technically I do. I've got a few, but diminished. Evening. What was that? Like to share boss reader. That roast statue isn't good. Jeff X Ocean. Yeah, indeed. What was the song or the moment that made you unlock the fretboard? The moment, minus 38, good lord. The moment I unlocked the neck, what I was doing was I was going up and down the neck, doing stuff like this. Nope. Ah, so that works. Nope. Ah, yeah. Nope. There we go. Yep. Nope. That's what I did on every string for weeks. In the key of E minor, I was going on every string, and eventually I was able to put these shapes together. It was like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. So eventually I got all these shapes together, and I remember exactly where I was sat, and I don't remember exactly what the lighting was like, and this, that, and the other. I don't know what the day was, but I was sat on my white guitar, and it was literally like somebody opened the door, and the light came in, and I was just like, oh, I get it. And all of a sudden, I knew the guitar neck, and then I knew it in E minor anyway. And then what I had to do is like move it to kind of A minor, G sharp, you know, F sharp, F. Learn every key from that point on. Any suggestions? The Infinite or the Freeze? I don't know. I mean, I've not tried either, and I don't really know like if I'm the person to ask. Really, I'm afraid. Do I find the Super Crush somewhat inconsistent for a solid state amp? I don't know if I'm going crazy or what, but I say the same, slightly changes tone. Yeah, that's why I don't really use it as much. I know exactly what you mean. It is inconsistent. There is something going on in that thing that the last time I plugged into it, it sounded crap. It really sounded crap, and it made me go, oh, go away. But then I plugged into it again, and it sounded great. So yeah, you're not going crazy. It does do that. It's why I went back to using the CR120 because I was just like, again, not a big fan of inconsistency. I'm not. So it didn't bode well for me. But yeah, you're not going mad. Nothing to Lose. Yeah, I mean, Nothing to Lose is quite simple. It's coming out that they're coming out of Search and Destroy, and it's in C sharp minor. So it's C sharp minor, E major, A major, B major. Let me put the camera down a sec. You can see the guitar better. So it's. And then he does this. That age-old John Frusciante thing. Then back to. And at some point, he actually stops playing the E. The E major. He stops playing it. He starts going. I can't remember. I'd heard it for ages. Then he starts going. Something like that, and then he hits like his DS2. So. I mean that's kind of how it starts. I would have to listen to it again to remember the rest of it, but it's very simple. And then he sticks on like an auto wah thing from the it'll be from the Line 6 filter module thing. Is new Katana worth buying over the Mark II? It's up to you. You don't have to upgrade. I like the Mark III the most. I find it's the clearest, but the Mark I and the Mark II are still fantastic. So if you're happy with your Mark II, stay where you are. You know what I mean? Don't a Mark II or a new one. If you got Mark I, stick with that. Any katana is a good katana. Why do you use mini humbuckers for Red Giant concerts? They're technically not mini humbuckers, they're actually just hot rails. But Red Giant sound is a humbucker. Next album, maybe not so much, but the first album we did, the band's sound lent itself way more to humbuckers and then single coils. It wasn't this, you know. It wasn't that. So that's why, really. It was just what the songs required of sound-wise, you know. And what the band's sound required was humbuckers. And also, we got a lot of dramatic stops. You know what I mean? There's a lot of kind of stops and starts in Red Giant. And the last thing you want to be doing is that loud, because when it comes back in again, it kind of kills the dramatic effect. So yeah, they help with that. Awesome. Happy to hear that. Would you ever consider playing a string baritone guitar like Green Man Alicia? Oh, like a bass 6? Well, not really. No, there's no need for it. I don't need to do that. You know, it's not my role. I'd probably, if I had a bass 6, I would use it for recording. I did love playing a bass 6 when I had access to one. But yeah, as for playing live, no, it's not something I would use. I'm not, you know, I'm not interested in that kind of thing. I do have a baritone guitar though. I've technically got 2 tuned to baritone tune. They're not technically baritones, but you know what I mean. That's the Red Giant Arm again earlier on. Really like the riff at the start of what you're gonna do. What gear do you use on the recording of that? And can you? Yeah. What you're gonna do is literally the Marshall Governor, my friend Charlie's Telecaster, and that's it. In the solo, I did use delay in the second part of the guitar solo, and I did use the DS2, but it's mainly the Governor, neck pickup on my friend Charlie's Telecaster, which is a humbucker, and you can't really do it. I mean, if I stick on the jackhammer as well, it kind of get close. It's not the right sound. It's a lot warmer sounding, so that's what it was. It was just Marshall jackhammer, reverb on the amp. I turned the reverb up on the amp. I think it was about like 2 o'clock. And then my friend Charlie's Telly. What did make of the new Rory? Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't mind the Telecaster. I don't mind the Telecaster on the statue. That's cool. I don't think Roy would have minded the Telecaster either. I mind the fact that it looks weird, and it doesn't even look like him. If I'm being perfectly honest, having looked again, I'm like, I don't look anything like Rory. It really doesn't. Do you have any songs you'd like to rework? Visit for Red Giant's second album, similar to what you did with Why? Yeah, I've got tons. I've already reworked a few. I've got new songs, I've got old songs. I've got songs that we did in the trio that I want to redo under the Red Giant banner because I think it fits Red Giant more. They're not really... The trio was more of like a blues rock band, whereas Red Giant is more like a rock band. You know, it's just a straight kind of like rock band with heavy things and ballady things. But that's the thing. We do have bluesy kind of aspects to it, but I want certain songs to be rebranded on the Red Giant. So is Steve going to help you with mixing the? He already has. He's the guy. I'm not mixing anything at this point in time. He's doing it all. It's great. I just get to sit back and let him work his cat magic. What about Les Paul Juniors? Great guitars, but I've never got on with them. I've had a few, but I've never got on with them. What's the somewhat easier John Frusciante tune to learn? Other Side. Or if you're after solo stuff, Look On. It's fairly easy. Quite a lot of his solo stuff is quite easy to play. Steve loves Moby. Do you agree with John Frusciante that in order to be better, you need to listen to as much music as possible to keep growing? No, I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that's the case for John, but I don't find that works for me. Tried that, but the thing is, there's certain music that comes along that I don't get inspired by, or I don't feel anything. And for me, if I don't feel anything when I'm listening to it, I'm not going to take anything from it because it's not going in. I need to listen to music that's actually going to affect me on an emotional level. If I'm going to, you know, I love certain music, but if I listen to it, I'm not going to feel anything. So no, I don't agree with that. I think everyone's different, and I think that's John saying like that's the way he does it, but it's not the way we, you know, other people do it. You know. Epilepsy, believe it. Good lord. Joy. Yeah. Any just Marcus King? Not really, no. Played his guitar though. Hello. Yeah. A mischance on a £75 high watt. Ah, no! Well, I'm selling mine soon, so if you want one. Do you ever get tired of being such a gear hound and having so many amps and guitars? No. No, I love it. I love being surrounded by amps and stuff. Although I do have to sadly, I do have to sell some because I need to create space. And that annoys me. I hate that, but yeah. Do you still play the Chapman? Yeah. It's one of my main gigging guitars. My Chapman Pro X has done every gig since I got it. It's been at every gig since I've got it, and I use it loads. It's all over the Red Giant album, and it's just one of the best guitars I own. I know it is one of the best amps, but I've got to prioritise, and the fact is I don't use the high watt enough to warrant keeping it. That's the problem. There's a couple of other amps on the chopping block as well, which I just don't use enough to warrant keeping them when they could go to somebody else and they can use them instead, if they even sell, you know, because that's the thing, is like no one's got any money in January, so yeah, so I've got to prioritise and be a bit more, be brutal to myself really, and then like in a week's time or like if the amp sells or something like that, I'll get really depressed if I had to sell it. But you know, that is what it is. You know, certain gear comes and goes, you know, even if it is good. You know, so sometimes you get something that's really, really amazing, and while it's in your, its time with you runs out, is what I'm trying to say there. It's like you'll get something that's absolutely amazing, like this is really, really cool, and then eventually you'll just be like, this needs to move. This isn't for me anymore. You know what I mean? Its time runs out with you. Whereas with other stuff, that will never happen. You know, it's just gear dependent, that is. You know, sometimes things come and go. That's just the way it is. We found it first time watching live. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. You said before that you only ever sell gear on Facebook Marketplace. Yep. Ever sell anything to Yeah, I've sold a few things to people who know I am. So yeah, I don't mind selling stuff, but again, it's that thing of like half the stuff I sell is so big and heavy that I don't ship it, and also because the stuff I've got isn't particularly expensive. The idea of shipping it like overseas or something like that, it doesn't really make any sense because the actual thing itself isn't worth that much money. So yeah, I just do it on Marketplace and local. So basically, the idea is like, you know. Either I can deliver it if you're really close and can't get, or you can come pick it up from me, kind of thing. Shop on Reverb video. No, I don't. No. I would like to, but I think it'd be dangerous. So no, I limit myself. Can't drive for a year. Oh God, that's rubbish. That's terrible. Do you always shop in person? Try to. Yeah. I think buying online it can be all right. You just gotta be careful. Well, not careful. It's just, it is what it is. You know, if the thing you end up buying is just cack, then it is what it is, isn't it? Can you go over a quick recap? Peter Green pickup heights. Just slant them. I mean, it's simple, really. I mean, I've done a video on it. All you need to do is just have the treble side as close to the pickups as you can without it affecting the actual overall kind of playability of the guitar. And the bass side sunk into the pickup ring, but not so much it falls off the bobbin screws. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Just this angle. Higher on the treble side, lower on the bass side. Cool. I haven't any plans to do it. No, if I can't, I might. If there's any interest in it, I'll contact them and see if I can get hold of one. But I haven't actually. I actually got much interest in doing in demoing it. But yeah, we'll see. They do look good. I've got to be honest. They do look amazing. Oh, my back. That's interesting. Ever heard Zach Irons? Yeah, don't like his guitar playing, but hey. Will Kira be permanent bass player for Red Giant? No. She's not. She's not going to be. We're not going to have a permanent bass player. There are reasons behind that thought, which I don't really want to go into for personal reasons. But nothing to do with Kira or my brother, who are playing bass with us. It's nothing to do with them. It's it's something else. But yeah, so no, Kira's not going to be the full-time bass player, but neither is my brother. We're not going to have one. We might in the future, but at this point in time, it's hired gun mode. In person, you can get... Exactly, yeah. And you can haggle as well, which is always good. Can't answer. Too tough. Fret wire, 6105 fret wire wise. Favorite Nirvana album? Nevermind, but my favourite song is Blue off Bleach. Thanks, no worries. Ever played a Lane amp? Yeah, I used to have one. It's gone now. I've played a few Lane amps, but don't really get on with them. I do like them, but I don't really like the sound so much after a while. Just curious, what made you choose the headstock you did on the electric guitar? Love it. Simple as that. I think it's amazing. I just love the look of it. As soon as Nick sent me the prototype about 2 years ago, of the split head, which I've still got, which I've baritoned, I've just fell in love with that headstock. And so when I asked Nick to make this one for me, instead of having like a Strat style or like a six-a-side style kind of headstock, I said, can you do the split head classical guitar look? I think it's amazing. You ever tried Zilla cabs? Yes, I have. Pretty good. Recently acquired a Katana Artist Head Gen 3 and waiting on what's across 2. Yes, it would be a good. Yes, definitely be a good match. Have you played a Vintera 260 Strat? Yes, I have. Wasn't impressed. Got a video about one coming at some point. I had one. Seems weird now because it was like last year, and like I did videos on it last year, ages ago, and yeah, it's weird really when you think about it. Got an American Vintage 2 Strat this weekend. Ace, awesome. What's a good budget tremolo? Goto. It depends on the guitar and the string spacing, obviously, but Goto do an amazing tremolo. Failing that, there's Wilkinson as well. Wilkinson tremolos are fantastic. So, how did I first meet John Joe? John Joe came across. He was playing in a band, a local band to where I am. Funny enough, as a drummer. And I remember like we played this little festival where the band he was playing in were headlining, and we had a drummer at the time, but it wasn't working. Let's put it that way. And we fired him not long after that gig, the original drummer. And I contacted John Joe saying, like, we've got some gigs coming up. Would you dep for us? Would you just stand in for us on all these couple of gigs? And he was so reluctant. I had to beg him I literally had to beg him to play with us because he thought we were crap. It's a good story. Hissy, noisy. No. I mean, the thing is, fuzz pedals, distortion pedals that hiss and they buzz, you know, that's a DS2. That's what they sound like. And then, like, the Governor, it buzzes, you know, they just do it because it's a gain pedal, you know, it makes noise, you know. Is there a fix for tap tempo? No, there isn't. It's just learn to live with it is what it is. Do you think it's likely your Strat will become 100 years in the lifetime? No, I'll be long dead before that guitar becomes 100. Let's put it that way. Do you still like your East Coast guitar? I don't have it anymore. Bad memories. Let's just put it that way. Not the guitar's fault. It's just circumstances outside of my control. I do. I love it when amps hiss and stuff like that. I think it's brilliant. I love that, just that underlying noise of an amp. It makes you know it's on and it's alive. Best Strat overdrive distortion pedal for a clean Fender amp. Golden Plexi by Tone City. Preferably Mark 1. Favourite guitar neck material? Don't care. As long as the neck feels good, I don't care what it's made out of. Do you plan on seeing the Bob Dylan movies? Not really, no. Nope, never even heard of him. Or her. Noiseless Strat pickups. Yeah, I didn't like Fender noiseless. I've got some Seymour Duncan noiseless pickups in my Chapman Pro X that came with it stock. They're fantastic, but I don't like Fender noiseless pickups. Is it true you don't use an effects loop? Yeah, I never use an effects loop. I don't like effects loops. The only time I've ever used an effects loop is when I used to run a Ditto looper because it didn't like going into the front end of the amp when I was doing looping stuff, so I actually use it to an effects loop. But other than that, yeah, I never use an effects loop. I don't like them. Favorite musician movie? Don't know if I've got one, to be honest with you. I really don't. Can you explain Electro-Harmonics Memory Man? No. I've never played through one, so I can't. Spinal Tap, probably one of them. I do love Spinal Tap, I've got to be honest. I don't really know though. Last Red Hot Chili Peppers show you went to, how was it? It was decades ago. 2006 is the last time I saw the Chili Peppers live. And it was Don Valley Stadium in Sheffield, and it was amazing. It was the start of the Stadium Arcadium tour, and they just were insane. Is Joe Satriani on your playlist? No. I have a lot of respect for people like Joe Satriani, but I don't listen to their music. He does have one song I like called Overdriver, but that's it. But I don't listen to it a lot. G&L guitars, yeah. I don't have a G&L guitar, but I really wanted the G&L Rampage, the Jerry Cantrell model, but again, they don't make that anymore. And when they reissued it, they only did it for a period of time, and then they stopped making it, and that's really annoying. So, do you wish you could have known the Peppers music before? No, I'm quite happy. Nope, I don't know what Baggerins is. Ever been to Ronnie Scott's? No. So I've missed some of these. Does practice for gigs get boring even a little at times? Kind of. I don't like running through songs. I mean, I'll do it, and sometimes it's fun. Sometimes I can't be bothered. But yeah, it depends really. The Dirt is fun. Yeah, it is. It's a giggle. I mean, it's totally untrue, most of it, and fictionalized and over dramatized. But yeah, the Dirt is a fun film. Still your PV amps? No. PV amps went a long time ago. As soon as the Boss Katana came along, I sold my red stripe and silver stripe bandits. They're gone. Waterline isn't bad. No, true. That is a good film. Have you paid a visit to Ireland? I have been to Ireland, but I've never played there. But I've been to Cork to visit Rory. What do you mean positive grid spark amps? Never tried one, so I don't know. I don't know if they're any good or not. I've never actually I've never played through one, so. Will you be touring again with ACD? Who? Crossroad to a Cry Kid. Oh, Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Where do you get your glasses from? Specsavers. Louth Vision Centre is where I got these glasses from. Lesson on how to use looper drum pedals. I've got videos on that already. I've got multiple videos on that thing on my channel actually. They're called How I Make My Backing Tracks. And in that, I basically talk about what I do and how I do it. So it's all in the video. So. Are you a fan of any Clapton's work? Not particularly. He's got some good songs, but indeed. Very true. Yeah, I'm a massive Alice in Chains fan. Yeah. Do I have a dog? No, sadly not. I can't really have a dog at this point in time, though. Because if I'm not here, no one can look after it. He's going to fry you with his hex vision. No, I'm not anything. Alice chasing me is some very. Yeah, indeed. Same here. Are you in any new bands? No, I haven't heard of Black Spiders, but no, I'm not in any new bands. I'm in Red Giant, and that's it. Don't care. Again, like I say, as long as the net feels good and plays good, I don't care what it's made of. They'll down a good tone, not very good with the MG. Awesome. Have you got any lessons on singing? No, I can't teach singing. I can sing, but I can't teach it. You know, there's better people who can do that. What's your absolute favourite song or riff to play? Oh, tons. There's tons. There's absolutely tons. I can't just pick one. There's so many. Yeah, it's hard to go, oh, that one. Cheers. I need to service all the volume part. Are there many Red Giant vinyl albums left for sale? Have they sold well? The records have sold pretty well, considering what we expected. Yeah, I think we've got about 100 and something left, about 110, 120 left. We had 300 and we had 315. Sorry, we had about 315 vinyl records. And we've got about 100 or so left, low end of 100. CDs have sold the most. We had 530 CDs, and we've got about 90 to 100 of them left. So yeah, we've sold really, really well, like really, really well, like way better than I ever dreamed it would sell. You know, it's done extraordinarily well. Like, it's exceeded everything that really expected. I thought when we ordered 500 CDs and 300 records, it's too many. You know, it's way too many. But it's actually proven we're going to have to order more CDs for the tour in May, because we're not going to have enough. You know, of the album. Thank you very much. Remains unplayed. Play yet? No worries. Who did you get to do CDs and vinyls? Industry secret? No. It was called Final Productions. They're based in London, I think. Final Productions is who we worked with, and I worked with them again because they were fantastic. And the quality is amazing. Have you heard Slick Park's new album? No. Nope. I'm sure I will at some point. It's just when I can be bothered. They did. It was just stunning. They're just so perfect. And the really cool thing is now they've got all the templates. So, it's Mr. John Joe Gaskin, everybody. No. Not going to have new trousers, John Joe. Come on. A skint musician. Indeed, that's very true. It is good. Do you like some jazz chords? Not really. I'm not really a big jazz kind of fan. Yes, everyone say hello to John Joe. Is that Toadmaster Basement still okay sounding when attenuated way down? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it actually sounds really good. Actually, I'm quite happy with it. Will John Joe get new shorts? I know that is a question we need to ask ourselves. John Joe, will you have new shorts for the tour? No, I never tried it to detune kind of things like that, no. Shorter ones. Who wears shorts? Kids are playing. Not if I can help it. Do you know John Frusciante's religion? Or I don't know what he is. I don't really care. Why do you like Silver Jubilee but dislike JSM on the same circuit? No, they're different. I don't like the 800 because I find it fizzy and thin unless it's turned right up. And even then I don't like it. I find it too fizzy. 800s don't really work for me. I've tried a lot of them. I had one for a very brief period of time where I was like, no, this is going. But every time I plugged into one, I don't mind the sound. If an 800 was all there was, then fair enough. But I prefer the Jubilee because I find the Jubilee's warmer. It's got a solid state rectifier as well. The 800 doesn't have that. It's a bit more like a JCM 900, which I think is actually superior to the 800. I know I could get crucified for saying that one. But I prefer the 900 and the Jubilee over the 800 any day of the week. I just prefer it. Can you play flamenco guitar? No, I definitely cannot. I can try if you want to have a laugh, but I'm not going to do it. If you want to have a good chuckle. Oh. How am I supposed to know that? Can you... Right. No talking about her. I can't deal with it. Seriously. Every time I come on here, there's always someone who has to ask how she's doing. I don't know. She hasn't spoke to me since June last year, so how am I supposed to know anything? If you want to know how she's doing, go and ask her. What inspired me to play guitar was my sister was playing guitar. She was learning how to play guitar. And, sorry. Sorry about that. I don't mean to get nasty, and I didn't mean to snap, and I apologise. It's a horrible subject, and I don't like talking about it, and if I can just avoid it at all costs, I will, because I don't want to talk about that, because it hurts too much, you know. I'm not anywhere near over it, I'm not anywhere near through it, it's all still too very fresh in my mind, and I can't think about it. So when people ask, it just rubs me the wrong way, and it upsets me. So I do apologise. But yeah. Are you going to do a video with the Silver Jubilee and the Plexigo? Yes, I will do, yeah. Any plans of Red Giant coming to Wales? Not yet, but we'll see. Yeah, it's just rubbish. It's a crap situation. It's just the more it kind of comes up, the more it kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of gets to that nerve, if that makes any sense. He does do worldwide shipping, yeah. Red Giant US tour will be a long time off, I'm afraid. Which is currently inspiration. Mainly Alice in Chains at this point in time. I'm finding a lot of comfort in Alice in Chains. Cheers. I do apologise. I don't like to get nasty and I don't like to get angry. It's just because of the subject, you know what I mean? Today's chord, this. John's guitar work and his electric stuff is quite interesting, yeah, but I don't like the music it's surrounding it, so. How much CDs? £10 off a website. I don't know what that is in euros and I don't know what that is in dollars, 10 quid, but yeah, for £10 off our website. Not including shipping though, shipping depends on where you are in the world, but that's all on the website as well, that's that'd be factored in. You do hear the cloudburst, yeah. Thank you. Brexit was awful. It's one of the worst things that's ever happened. You say your action is high. No, I don't like high action. I've been there, done that. Just no. Do you and your sister have a jam together? Not really, no. We have done, but not really a lot. No. Yeah, I totally understand the weird dreams you're having. I'm having a reoccurring dream well, not every night, but near enough every night. I have the same dream and I've had it for the past like maybe 2-3 months, where it just keeps popping up, and it's heartbreaking. I hate it, but you can't control it, can you, when you're asleep? That's the problem, and it's just horrible. But yeah, I sympathise. I'm sorry to hear it. It's horrible. How important is it to have strings matching the radius of a fretboard? It's just what works for you. It doesn't make any, whatever works for you. Line 6, FM4. Do you know if it's still worth? Yeah, it's still worth having. Yeah. Favorite tune? Silver Jubilee, Marshall Silver Jubilee. No. Can you name just one 5-year? Nope. I don't care enough. Cheers. This is going really fast. When's the next Red Giant gig? This Thursday, actually. We're playing this Thursday and this Saturday. Thursday we're playing in Louth, Saturday we're playing in Minehead, and then 2 weeks after that we're playing in Blackpool. Yeah, I do the same. TV's on. Thank you very much. Do our favourite song of all time? Yeah, I mean, kind of. It's scar tissue, really. What's the go-to ambient pedal? The Cloudburst. Strymon Cloudburst. Used to be like the Afterneath by Earthquake Devices, but the Cloudburst is just beastly. You at the Birmingham Guitar Show this week? No, I won't be this year. I think I'm gigging anyway on the day it is. I think I've got a gig, so I won't be there regardless. But I can't go this year for certain reasons that somebody else might be there and I need to avoid that person. We will hopefully play in Wales at some point, yeah. Ha! Weird. Ah. Laura Cox playing time. I haven't really got into it, so I don't really know. I can't really say. Have you ever looked? I've thought about it, yeah. Maybe in the future, but I'm quite happy with just a Cloudburst, to be honest with you. I think having a pedal like that, I would just get kind of lost in option paralysis. What I look for in a fuzz, warmth, and the ability to clean up on the volume control. I don't like fizzy fuzzes. Are you planning to play all the sets with E flat? Yes, they'll all be in E flat, yeah. Just learning, I've been practicing the songs all in E flat. The first gig we did with it all in E flat in Hull was a bit weird. And I was a bit kind of like nervous singing wise because it was like, whoa, this is different. You know, singing Y all of a sudden in E flat to E standard it's strange. It's only a semitone, but it makes a difference. So. How's it going with Ebo? Really good. It's here. It's technically not an Ebo. It's the TC Electronics, whatever the hell that is. But it's really fun. Shall we have a go? Shall we give it a go? It's fun. I'm still learning how to use it because it's really strange, but yeah, fun. Oh, there was a super chat. What was the super chat? I'm going to have to scroll back up and I've missed it. Oh, thank you very much indeed for the $5. Do you still own that twin reverb Terramaster? No, that was only lent to me. The twin was only lent to me. It was never mine. Do you recommend it as an upgrade to the Champion 50 XL? It is definitely an upgrade. But you're better off getting something like a Boss Katana, personally, in my opinion. I don't really worry about it too much. From my experience, you know, guitars are okay, invariably. It takes a lot to, like, seriously damage an electric guitar. You know what I mean? What is the 59 you used before Thanksgiving on the Red Giant vlog? The 59 Strat. It's just a replica I had made. I've got video on it. What is your wireless system for gigging? It's the Shure GLX something or another. It's the new one. Fantastic. Really is. Just built my first pedal. Nice. Good pedal board. Been to the Gibson garage? No, haven't. What happened to the Gravy Caster? I gave it away. That went that was a giveaway. When I got to 100,000 subscribers, I gave it away. I ran a little competition and gave it away with a load of Tone City pedals to, I think, somebody who wasn't even a subscriber, which kind of grates on me a tad because I never saw them again after that. They they got the question right. I sent the guitar, and that was that. So I don't know. What became of that guitar, I do not know. Went to Europe. Evening. Cheese and onion sandwich with mayo, yeah, no. I don't really like cheese and onion sandwiches, so I can't answer, sorry. What happened to... Oh, what happened to the... That happened to me on a JF Relic giveaway. Oh, right. Yeah. God, it was a pig to Relic, that guitar was. Jam pedals. Never tried any, so I can't say. Silver Surfer's gone. Yeah, I gave that away because the Silver Surfer was too weird to sell, so I gave it away. Favorite Mount Street Preacher's song. Favorite song is "If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next." Favorite album, I don't really know. Distortion more than fuzz. Yeah, I prefer distortion. I don't even use fuzz anymore. Oh, thank you very much indeed, Green Manalishi. Thank you very much indeed. Is there a thing there? Appreciate it, thank you. Is there a reason you don't tend to use Les Paul type guitars at gigs? Yeah, I will be using a Les Paul this Thursday, but that's because it's a British Blues gig and I need to use it. But the reason I don't like Les Pauls live is they're too heavy and they're too clumsy live. And I like to be able to move and I like to be able to breathe. With a Les Paul or a heavy guitar on me, I find it a lot harder to breathe. And because I've got to sing, it's not recommended. What John guitar would you like to play? The 62 Strat. John Frusciante said he played 10 hours a day and still didn't play a lick. I don't understand what that means, sorry. All the cool guitars you have, the Batacaster still ranks as the top. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? I know what you mean. The Batacaster has something about it. Broke my left shoulder, no I can't. It's not ooh, nasty. Yeah, they are a monster. I mean, I love my Les Pauls, but I couldn't really, unless the situation really called for it, which it will on Thursday. Don't really want to play Les Paul. Live. Do you like Bernard Butler from Suede? No, not really my kind of thing. Stephen Wilson's a genius. Have you ever smashed a guitar live? No. I've come close. I've abused guitars live. Like, you know, beating them up, slid them around. My vintage V6 was one for that. But yeah, it's I've never smashed a guitar. I don't really want to. It feels a bit weird. Probably might do at some point if the situation calls for it, but the situation would have to be right. Time for the scalp neck. Yes, it's a giggle, especially with gauge 7s. I don't really play it a lot though, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, so tired all the time. I'm so tired of being tired. It's tiring. Anyway. Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know. Frusciante is about... Where can you get Red Giant CD? Website, www.redgiantofficial.com. Have you messed with treble bleed circuits? Yes. Treble bleed circuits are really cool on certain guitars. The Mexico Mike McCready Strat. I've never seen it in person. I've seen the Pearly King Mike McCready, but I've never seen the Mexican version. But the pictures I have seen, it doesn't look that great in my opinion, but I don't know. I've never, like I said, I'd have to see it in person. It has a place though. Any tips on politely telling the bandmate that his amp is set way too loud? Yeah, your amp's too loud, turn it down or I'm going to smash it. No, I'm joking. No, but just say, look, your amp's too loud. Can you turn it down, please? You know, just people who do that, like, you know, if you're in a band and there's always that one member, bass player, drummer, a guitarist, keyboard player, whatever, they always turn their amp up too loud and they don't care about anybody else as long as they can hear themselves. They're not a band member. They're not a team player. To be in a band, you have to sacrifice certain things that you might like. Like, for instance, like, you might have to sacrifice a part of your guitar tone to fit better with the bass player. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the guitar tone you have at home where you're like, well, it sounds amazing and massive. When you put it next to a bass player, you might be interfering with them. You have to give. So if a member of your band is being just loud and obnoxious just because they just want to hear themselves play, and it's not suiting the band, they need to be told, and just need to be said, look, your amp's too loud. Can't hear mine. Can't hear this. You're interfering with this. And they have to take it like an adult. They have to go, okay, no worries, and turn it down. You know what I mean? It's all part of being a team. You know, when you're playing in a band, you're a part of a team. It's not a solo project ever. You play and you perform as a team. Everyone backs each other up, and everyone's there for each other. And you don't just go out there going, hey, look at me, I can turn my amp to 12, they can't, and go that, because you don't belong in a band, in my opinion. If you're going to be that way, you don't belong in a band. Because that's not what a band is. You know, you might as well go out there and play backing tracks if you're going to be like that, because what's the point? You know. What's your lineup for Thursday night in Louth? It's John Joe on drums and my brother on bass. And we're playing nothing but Peter Green songs. And I can't wait. Yeah, just tell him to turn it down. You don't have to be nasty about it. You just have to. All you have to do is say, look, your amp's too loud, mate. Can you please just turn it down? So it's even, you know, so we can all hear ourselves evenly. Invariably, you get that thing of, yeah, but I can't hear it if it's that quiet, and that's when you just kind of go, give over. Anyway, what are some things you hope for this year that are in your reach? Just gigs. I just want a gig. That's all I want to do, and I want to do more support slots and festivals. That's all. That's all there is, and I want to keep writing some new songs, and get better mentally. That would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm absolutely broken, but hey. Good night. See you later. I'm going to have to get off as well in a minute, people of the tube. Don't know if you told about Mick Ronson. No, I don't really speak about Mick Ronson a great deal, but he's a fantastic guitar player. He comes from 45 minutes away up the road from me. Exactly. But yeah, being in a band is about being a team player. If you're not going to be a team player, get out of a band. Cheers. Ace. What's the best thing living in England? There isn't really anything good about living in England. There's not many things that are good about England. A lot of people are leaving England if they can. What's your most watched music DVD? It was Red Hot Chili Peppers off the map. I wore it out. It's broken. Wore it out, completely knackered. It doesn't work. It kind of works, but not really. So that was the most. Followed by Rory Gallagher live in Cork. Ever tried the switchless Crybaby? Yeah, it's weird, but it's quite good. But I don't really like Crybabies. The sweep's wrong. Isn't everywhere just 45 minutes away in England? No. Put it this way. The gig we've got on Saturday is a 5-hour drive. It'll be about 5.5 put in traffic. So we've got a 5.5 hour drive down there to do a gig where we play 45 minutes, then we have to drive home for 5.5 hours. So, indeed, Louth is a lovely place to live. I definitely won't particularly want to live particularly many places else. Fish and chips, of course. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, it does seem to be a bit phoned in, doesn't it? I know what you mean. Indeed, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 5 hours, my brother and John Joe, it's going to be a giggle. Will you record the Peter Green songs live? Yes, they'll be on the Red Giant channel. We will be doing a gig vlog for it, so it'll be on the Red Giant channel. So keep your eyes peeled. play solos on a short scale guitar? Do frets get narrow? Depends. Depends on how your fingers are. Ace, go for it. No worries. I need to get off as well, but yeah. So I didn't keep. It was only a loan guitar that Burns was. If they'd let me keep it, I would have kept it. But it was only a loaner guitar. Just for review. That's all that was. See you later. How do you go about trying to replicate the insane sustain? Peter Green didn't have sustain. The guitar dies pretty quick with Peter's tone. I mean, unless you're looking at the Supernatural, in which case you just get really close to the amp. But Peter's tone is very low gain, like extraordinarily low gain. It's torture, really. But yeah, it's crazy. John Mayer's a great player, yeah. He's just not my kind of player. Is England bad form irrigation? I don't know. I'm not getting into that kind of thing. But not a political channel. I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much indeed, people. Thanks for everyone who gave super chat as well. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really helps. And I'll see you again very soon for another video. Well, live stream next on Tuesday. Will be a gaming live stream on Tuesday. And then video on Friday. New amp to show you on Friday, people with YouTube. It's been sent to me for review. Sat over there. Actually, I'll show you. It's this. That's Friday's video, the new X. They very kindly sent me that for review, and it's really, really good. But has one big snag to it, which is going to be a problem for some people. But I'll talk about that on Friday. But yeah, that's Friday's video, the new X. What is it called? The Mighty 60 Mark II. So that's Friday's vid, and then I'll see. There probably won't be a live stream next Sunday. I don't know though, because I will be back. So I'm back on the Saturday night. I don't know. We'll see. I might, if there's no live stream next Sunday, it's because I'm tired. But we'll see. I'm always tired, Dave. You're always tired. Anyway, shut the hell up, you idiot. Goodbye, people. I'll see you again before I get angry at myself. See you later. Goodbye now.